UGS Studios. That is the wonderful ladies and gentlemen that have brought you this tournament, this event, this stream. So definitely give them a shout out in the chat if you know what's up.
Give them a follow at UGS Gaming, Twitter, Twitch.
And here on Twitch and YouTube where the VODs will be uploaded. If you like some... whoa, we're getting thwacked right now. Getting thwacked right out of this commentary. Pew!
Catches the landing with a boomerang. Wow, Skittles looking really good. If you back up for Ike's landings and just throw boomerangs, you are not risking a thing.
Mm-hmm. Ike is pretty slow, and so being able to control horizontal space around where his sword actually will be is a very powerful option. But again, if you miss space one little bit, that's when Ike gets his big openings.
Totally.
That's when the damage adds up.
That's why you will see Ike jumping a lot.
Look at that. You miss space one little bit. You miss that dare by just like a couple of pixels to the left, and you just eat a nair, you eat a nair, you eat a dead. That's just the way it works. I'm going to
slap you with my legendary sword, and wow, gets the uppy out of shield. Does the Crom Classic neutral B into aerial?
Well, we'll see a lot of those. Okay, dodging the... again, we talked about how the tether grab can be very useful in controlling horizontal space versus like any of those disjoints in the previous matchup with Goblin. Could be useful here too to grab some of these landings from Ike.
Why stop what works, man? I'm going to keep shooting fire arrows.
Ike finds a way through it, and this damage adds up real quick in a jiff. It's 60% in the blink of an eye.
The damage he does laps Skittles' damage so quickly.
At least in this situation. Like, Young Link can do a ton of damage. That's not something that's foreign to him, but when you get that Marthitis a little bit where you've got Ike at 170% and none of your items are going to combo into each other in a way that you want, you have to get a kill with a forward tilt. We talked about this. That's like your plan E, F, or G and your game plan on how to take a stock here. So we'll have to see if this works out a little better for Skittles on the second one, but right now he's getting hunted out of the skies by this man.
Yeah, it's really hard to land. You can't swing back. Up air is so big.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how even when Skittles is on platforms and stuff, you see Ravenking empty hop a lot just to make him drop that shield and take an up air, and then he's in the juggling situation again. My man can't get a break.
Ravenking trying to sneak down from this platform. He's taking all the time he needs to get it done, and you see when he takes his time, he is rewarded greatly with tons of damage, lapping the Young Link once more.
Full hops into the downer, trying to find an opening. Doesn't cross up or anything, and instead takes damage. But he finds his way back to the stage, and now... Pretty even game. Positioned evenly. Stocks were not even, and Skittles still in this.
I think the only reason that didn't kill is just because it was stale at this point because of how many up air KOs we've already seen from Ravenking. But you know what? That down air will blow up.
Focus for the stock. That up B is a lot safer on shield than you think. Eruption not taking the stock, drops the bomb, tries to find an opening.
Oh! Okay, that dash attack was interrupted by the bomb. I actually didn't know if the dash attack was going to come out in time there, but you know what? Almost taking the stock again. Now Skittles fighting his way back. He's got center stage. He still just has to control this horizontal space. And you know what's good at controlling outer space is those fire arrows. They're battering and bruising Ike as he needs one hit to get this over with. But you know what? Skittles is not interested.
The proximity arrows. Ooh, tries to catch the jump, doesn't quite get it. Ravenking hasn't seen the center of the stage in years, but he gets a grab, and that will not do it.
Down throw almost enough, but...
It's one of those kill throws you just never see because he normally dies earlier, and forward throw is going to do it.
Ravenking hangs on. Well, it looked like he had a huge lead. I think Ravenking was at like 70%, and that was when he took the second stock of Skittles. Skittles almost ran it all the way back, and we definitely have to commend him for that, making a last stock, last hit situation out of that deficit. But Ravenking hangs on, gets the W.
Can you tell Mick loves his UGS boys? Look at him in the crowd. Clap in his hands.
Spam those UGS bodied emotes in the chat, y'all. I know you got them.
Please do, he loves them. Wait, is that the Vine Whip one?
No, it's the hands.
Yeah, but like, oh, he has them with the Vine Whip too. It's funny. Throws away his humanity again for the Dark Link.
It's like the most classic color counter pick that ever existed, right?
Yeah.
Ever since they added Dark Link, which I think was in Brawl. I don't think Dark Link was in Melee. It's like, okay, I lost game one, I gotta be edgy. That's the way it is.
Hey, what if it's like intimidating too? You never know. Ooh, uppy out of shield, the perfect option to really intercept that.
Now the live chat here, the crowd, I guess that's what you would call a live Twitch chat, is chanting Aether every time he gets an uppy out of the shield. They definitely love their boy here.
Aether. One of my biggest oofs with Smash is thinking, like, for so long I thought he said eat this when I was playing Brawl as a kid. Eat this, throws Ragnar. Takes the first stock. Ravenking looking really good going into this game too. Skittles, come on, man. Prove the crowd wrong. Let's do it, man.
Moving comfortably, though, is this Ike. And maybe it's the home field advantage, because, again, their last set between these two was in Iowa, which is definitely Iowa and Nebraska. They go out to a lot of the same stuff. They root for their scenes when they're fighting off against other scenes in the Midwest, right? They're very closely knit. So the home field advantage could seriously be a factor in this rematch.
Both playing very safely now, actually, but when you're both playing safely and one of you has a lead, you're not gaining much ground.
At the same time, you don't really want to stray from your game plan too much here, but you know what? There it is. Actually poking through that platform.
Yeah. Beating the up air.
Very sneaky.
Hitting him mid up air before he gets the full swing.
I wonder if Ravenking has considered like taking that page from Goblin's book and sneaking down there and going for a counter on these recoveries of Skittles. I mean, ooh, that little tomahawk. That's what Ravenking was known for so long in Smash 4, was just getting those tomahawk grabs, getting the tomahawk up tilts. And classic Ike tech, long before he had this Nair chain combo shenanigans.
Well, and what's perfect is he was spaced perfectly to the point where, like, Skittles thought, wow, he's far enough where he can't get a grab. I'm going to let go of shield, and he took a forward tilt instead.
Just immaculate spacing from Ravenking in that position. And mixing up his landing on the platform to just be really sneaky, but you know what? Skittles is not too far behind here on this stock. And he's really playing that horizontal game plan. You see him, every time he short hops or full hops, he just retreats a little bit more. Yeah,
he's turning this into a platforming game for Ravenking, man.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Avoiding this plethora of projectiles when he tries to find his way in.
Fighting against Skittles is like fighting against a Mega Man boss, right? You just got to find the right pattern to get through all these projectiles. Oh, but good DI is keeping Ravenking alive, and he uses all that drift from the quick draw to stay alive again, but then you got hit by that fire arrow, caught on the platform. And now Skittles has tied up these stocks and instantly doubles his advantage.
Yeah. Still lots of time in this match. Hitting the 4-minute mark. It's not going as slow as it feels. There's just not the...
Yeah, well, Young Link is a, like, air quotes, campy character. He is a projectile character. He's not a timeout character. He will find the stocks.
Yeah.
And, you know, Ike, obviously not a campy character. He does not have a projectile in his body. So, ooh, look at this combo go. But he doesn't get the final hit. Oh, no, the bane of Young Links everywhere when that up B just doesn't quite KO.
The drag down forward air is always just so cool still.
This damage has added up so quickly on this last stock.
Yes, Skittles looking mighty good.
Yeah, and using that ground game to just retreat.
Doesn't want to get hit by Nair still.
Yeah, this is like the perfect time to start one of these rage combos, but now you get that hit of the up air, and that I think might close the window here, but we'll see.
Nair saving the day again. Quick draw gets his way back to stage. Things are really close. The crowd is kind of quiet.
Yeah, this is a tense end to this game, just like the last ending was very tense as well. Just trying to get that parry in to save a little bit of that shield health. You're going to need it to find your way in versus this Young Link. Ooh, and that'll clean it up again! 180% on Ravenking. He finds the Nair to up air.
Yeah.
2-0 lead for Chicago Zone.
He converts that at max range, too. Wow, he took a deep breath. He really needed that. Slash wanted that. And now, yeah, like you said, he is up 2-0 over Skittles.
It really just came down to that one minute misspacing again. Like, you need to control the horizontal space as much as possible versus Ravenking versus Ike in general, because that's how he gets his mileage in, just by hitting you with that really wide horizontal neutral air. But if you run out of space on the stage, you're going to get hit.
That's an uppy.
Ooh, I think that Skittles had something in mind with that returning boomerang, but it just didn't quite show itself.
Yeah, he was cooking somewhere, but finds his backup plan right away and tacks on the damage, getting Ravenking to 71%. Parries the first hit to just find his way out of that uppy out of shield.
But then couple of big hits of Ragnar later.
Yeah.
But whoa, okay.
Milk.
Drink some milk.
3.
You earned it, buddy.
And a Navi to top things off.
I love seeing people power up with the taunts.
Oh, I know.
And now running away from this, like, again, you see, that's what Skittles needs to do. He just needs to get as much space between him and this big man as possible.
I love how he held shield a little bit longer because he always takes those uppies out of shield when he lets go after the first swing.
Ooh, okay, reading the bomb explosion. And getting a footstool, but not enough.
Yeah.
Ravenking's been chasing this man down.
Yes. Skittles almost dead. Knowing down throw wouldn't kill it once again. Eruption gonna take the stock.
And that recovery, the uppy on Youngling's part, it slows down at the end, which just really helps you time the eruption for Ravenking's part. And then,
Totally, because it does hit a little under, but like those uppies that snap quickly are a little harder to catch.
Yes. And I think that's why we haven't really seen too many of the counters. Like we saw Goblin go off stage for the counters. When you have that eruption game plan so on lock, you might as well keep doing it. Oh, and the bomb was in his hand. I actually thought it might explode on the top of the magnifying glass, but you know what? Everyone's living.
Really trying to find his way in. Leaps and gets the... Okay.
One stock to go for Chicago. Chicago for Chicago rematch in the next round of losers if Ravenking can just finish off Skittles here in a 3-0 fashion. The opposite of what happened, again, at Paradigm Shift just a couple of months previously.
Catches the shield, waits for the air dodge to get another nair.
Yeah, that advantage state of Ravenking is so scary. If you have one habit that you try to do to get out of these Ike combos, he'll sniff it out in an instant. Keep up the chase.
Yeah, that Ike's sword is just so big, it closes the distance so quickly, and zoners don't have as much of an advantage as you'd think.
But Skills is not out of this yet. You see, he does clean up the stock here. But ooh, that big dare on the platform. I like how much shield pressure that just put onto Skittles. It really made him afraid, I think, to go for like a neutral air or something else to try and punish.
Yeah, Ravenking cannot let his guard down, get sloppy whatsoever. Skittles not looking to give up any advantages he can take.
But look at this combo game from Skittles. He's starting to get really good conversions off of the bombs.
Taking the lead.
Just like that, the lead disappears. Ooh, that air dodge was... Oh, no, it was a neutral air dodge.
Yeah, he was too committed to the forward air to really do anything about the air dodge, but that's okay. He doesn't want to get hit by nair still. This is up air percent.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You want to run as far as possible. And Ravenking's trying to position himself for that win condition, but now this is what Skittles needs to do. Use those diagonal boomerangs. Just do everything in your power to keep Ike away. Ooh, okay.
Nair out of shield once again.
Yeah. Ravenking's fishing a little bit for it, and you're going to see him pay the price. Oh,
he lives.
DI.
Crowd gets loud a little too quickly, and Nair's going to close it. Skittles is on the board.
Yeah, as Ravenking fished more and more and more for those neutral layers, right? The spacing on them just got a little bit worse over time on that last stop.
Yeah.
And that's like what allowed those neutral layers out of shield to just reset. And Ike, when Ike is off stage, he has, like, you know, the quick draw is fast. It goes across the stage really fast, but it still puts you in a predictable position and just makes you easy pickings for someone like Skittles.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much it's already worked. You can't get that tunnel vision because when you're too predictable, a good player is constantly adapting, you know?
But Smashville is the perfect Ike counter pick.
Yeah.
It's like Ikeville, man, because you can reset and reset and reset those nair combos on this middle platform to your heart's content. But we mentioned it when Ned counterpicked this stage versus Yeti, right? That people who really like to control horizontal space with projectiles can just sit under that platform, but maybe you're just going to sit under Smashville entirely as the spike erupts.
He said, do not re-grab that.
You really can't, man. Not versus Ravenking.
He's also saying, do not stand on that platform. This is my platform.
And now Ravenking's got his platform exactly where he wants it.
Yeah.
He's to get big damage. But okay, Skittles answering back. Getting a couple of up airs. not overcommitting in the slightest, letting that returning boomerang just pressure in the middle platform as well. I love seeing that kind of gameplay, but oh, there's the Aether, 23%.
Yes. Skittles collected still, not trying to force any of these stocks. Gosh, and he's getting so unlucky with these fairs not killing.
Oh, it's just good DI.
It is also very good DI.
All right, and then down air will get the job done. There's definitely some Skittles fans in this crowd here. I can hear them for sure, even from up here in our little perch.
Skittles is back, and he's been playing at a deficit all set, but he's made this happen this last game. You cannot count this man out.
Ooh, and yeah, that returning boomerang again just being so frustrating.
Yeah, no, it pesters for sure.
It's not like doing much damage. Like, it's only 7% was on the board here before this upbeat conversion. But it's just ruining the game plan of the punish that Ike wants to put out. But you know what? Punish this. I'm coming in with a dash attack to your dome. Not enough to kill just yet.
It might force a little more caution play as the set progresses, too. He loves that boomerang button right now. Wow, gets that back air conversion into the up tilt. All the damage. Wow, and now it's an even game once again.
Yeah, Skittles is right in this 1% difference between the two of them.
He stayed so composed after that dunk on the first stock.
Ooh, weird trade. Both players going to lose a little bit of that stage control.
Such a slick landing onto the Smash Ball platform, just trying to find his way down.
And where are you running from that Ragnail, man? Look how big that sword was in comparison to just the surface area of the stage. There is nowhere for Skittles to go. Yeah. But the answer back with the Nair out of the shield is certainly enough to KO in that spot. Gonna wait out the arrow. Yep.
Sing it, KK. It's gonna be a really close one here.
Again, characters that like to control space horizontally with projectiles like to camp under the Smash Ball platform.
It's like he gets more patient on the last stock every time because he just waits for Ravenking to hit his shield.
Mm-hmm. That's the way to play.
Who tries to catch the jump out of disadvantage with forward air.
Now that We Like Ike chants come out, and with the We Like Ike chants, out comes the spike attempt from Ravenking. I think he just knows that he wants to do something pleasing to the crowd.
Absolutely. Oh no, finds his opening with a Nair under.
I don't know what they're chanting on. It might be inappropriate, so I'm not even going to try to repeat it.
Yeah, maybe not.
And now this is the perfect Nair percent. Ooh, but okay, intercepting air to air. That's exactly what Skittles needs.
Skittles is like, yeah, it is perfect Nair percent.
Yeah.
Oh no!
That might be enough to do it. No, great DI.
The deceptive forward air. Ravenking finding his way back. Catches the back air, and Ravenking does have max rage. One swing can end this.
Okay. Ooh, you peeked out of the neutral there, but you're barely hanging on.
They both really want Nair, man.
And that Nair from Skittles will be the answer in Game 4.
We have a Game 5.
Smashville not going to be working out for Ravenking, and he is fended off on his own counter pick, but we'll see. Ravenking needs to win this next one to avoid 2 reverse 3-0s in a day.
Yeah, seriously.
Talk about pressure.
And he really kicks himself after reverse 3-0s. Yeah. The crowd is loving this, though.
Now, this is the loudest the crowd has been all day.
There's a mini civil war down there.
I'm cool with that. We're all cool with that. I love Smash, dude. Crowds that are alive get my blood boiling.
Totally. Sometimes you have those crowds that just clock out once top 8 starts and start playing their own friendlies and stuff. But they're very much invested in what we have going on here.
And Skittles is invested in a very big lead to open things up 46% with a couple of really interesting strings. But using that armor to parry off the advances from this young Link.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the bomb interrupted the startup.
Was it the bomb or the boomerang that interrupted that?
Something.
Something.
It was a projectile.
It was one of Young Link's many toys.
From the toy box.
Yeah, from the toy box, the infinite toy box. Ravenking playing this game a lot more in the air, finds his way to... Oh, my goodness.
Excuse me?
That's the first forward smash I've seen all day, man.
Now you know why you don't see it, because it was so slow that Skittles pressing a button was able to stop it.
Ike has to do his fancy sword swing trick before he uses it.
There's the counter. We mentioned it at the start of the set. It might rear its ugly head here as Skittles tries to recover.
Sure, Goblin didn't send him a text or something.
Ravenking was saving it for Game 5, man.
Yeah. Pulling out all the stoops. Both of these players going to have to if they want to advance here at
I
Thwacked.
say pulling out all the stoops.
Stoops, that's a term.
Let's pull out all the stops.
Stops?
One P
Oh,
or one O.
Then what's a stoop?
It's a whole different thing.
Oh, I'm stupid.
Pulling out all the stops references an organ, like a big piano.
Sturm, we have more pressing matters.
I will happily explain that to you after this match. But anyway.
Would love it.
Okay,
Ooh.
intercepting the center platform.
Yeah, now he knows that Ravenking looks for that platform when he quick draws.
And this is scary rage percent again. We have to make sure to get the stock out of here, and Skittles hears me, gets it done.
Yeah. At pretty low percent still, so.
Okay.
Doesn't fall for that shield bait anymore.
Again, a little bit misspaced on the neutral air, but there you go, using the tomahawk.
Ooh, tried to wait for the boomerang to really get a little invincibility and buff it out, but didn't happen.
Okay, scary trades of the down airs, but you know what? Everyone's living right now.
Ravenking's like, I just want to get back on the stage, man.
Yeah, he doesn't mind taking his time there on that platform because you see one mistimed button on the part of Skittles means a nair's coming in and an up air.
Ah, Chicago, my ears.
They're cheering for their boy.
Yeah. Skittles loves to run off the platform, reverse the boomerang for a little bit of a mix-up. Waits patiently in shield this time. Doesn't take any of Skittles' array of...
Skittles is not wearing any kind of large headphones or anything. He is full witness to this crowd's might right now.
Some people feed off of that, man. And kudos to them. I get distracted so easily.
Yeah, I'm not very good at playing with a crowd.
Like, I'm trying to play a game here. Shut up.
Oh, and there, that was exactly what got Ike the second stock, right? Was when that boomerang came out to play and then able to get a neutral air in time, but not perfectly timed on the punish this time.
Doesn't need up B to make it back to the stage. Double jump is going to be just enough. Intercepts the ether.
Yeah, the startup of that is clearly the vulnerable point. Trading aerials on the shields, and that should be enough to take the stock. Yep, Skittles gets it done. I don't think that down air was necessarily what Ike wanted to do. He might have wanted to drop through the platform and do something else. But you can't be dismayed. This is Ravenking's time to shine. Looking for another one of those bear spikes perfectly timed, but not gonna happen.
Holding stage quite nicely. Has him in an eruption scenario. It's really hard to time eruption perfectly against the tether. In fact, it's almost not worth going for, but he started the eruption before hookshot was even a thing.
Yeah, he was looking for the uppie instead. Okay, quick draw gonna save Ike's bacon. Ooh, this is a scary spot to be in. The forwarder comes out, and now all of a sudden this game is tied.
Yeah, this will be a heartbreaking one to drop for either of these players. Both playing patiently and safely once again.
Ooh, okay.
You got to be a brave one to roll right now.
Yeah, this grounded gameplay from both players is so scary, but who's going to blink?
Wow.
Ooh, the dare from nowhere.
Oh, hit stun from Boomerang doesn't turn into anything else. Ravenking's still alive.
Yeah, scary stuff from Smashville. And that forward air might be enough. Yes, he explodes off the top. Skittles moves on to losers semifinals. 3-2 over Chicago's own Ravenking.
And they hug it out despite the crowd's